Here's a question that I know is on the minds of a lot of pregnant women. I know my daughter, when she was pregnant, my first grandchild is only about 10 weeks old at this point. My daughter would be so careful in everything she would eat, in everything that she would do. So this question here is it safe to get dental work while I'm pregnant?
So obviously, because you're pregnant, there are things we need to avoid. But if dental work needs to be done, we take all the precautions to avoid, for example, x-rays or any elective work that needs to be done. We do avoid it, but prevention is always is really minimally invasive. The goal here is to prevent something that could affect your baby. So sometimes there's no choice. If you have an abscess, it needs to be treated. Right. Sometimes even x-rays need to be taken. So we have to weigh the benefits versus the risk of getting treatment done. And that's why prevention is even more important. We absolutely need to avoid being in a situation where we have no choice.
And clearly, if we even think you're pregnant, you should mention this to your dentist to take extra precautions if some work is needed at that time, to make sure that it's safe.
Yeah.
Well, so the question we're looking at is it safe to get dental work done when you're pregnant? I guess the alternative question is it safe not to, get dental work done when you're pregnant? I mean,
I think again, weighing the risk versus the benefit. Most dental treatment will be safe. Most of non-invasive ones will be safe, and we do take the precaution to in planning the treatment to make it as safe as possible for the pregnant woman. But if you don't get the treatment and it leads to worse complications like abscess, you need a root canal, then you start requiring more invasive treatment, and this is when it becomes less safe.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely we make it as safe as possible, but again, try to prevent things before they become worse is always the best route to take.
And that's, I guess, the importance of why you've helped me understand that second trimester is so important, because you're preventing a problem from becoming more manifest in that third trimester, where it's going to be much more difficult.
Look at it, it's best to get a filling done than a root canal.
Right, because I might need anesthesia at that point, and that's going to be very complicated.
If you're pregnant, it becomes even more important that you avoid all these more, major treatment. But if it gets to the point where you need it, you should get it done to avoid infection, because infection could affect your overall health and health of the baby as well.
Great.